What's good, Raider Nation? Welcome to Monday Night Madness. I'm Spicy Raider Girl, and it was an interesting day at Allegiant Stadium. Geno runs off the field, flipping off the Raiders fan base. All I gotta say is, he wasn't gonna try that shit in Oakland. Try that in a small town. Not that Oakland's a small town, but you get the reference. And today, the offensive coordinator, Chip Kelly, and his assistant finally get fired. Let's talk about it. Monday Night Madness is where your voice takes the mic. This platform is for the dysfunctionally passionate Raider fan to provide their overreactive analysis, provide their emotional persuasiveness, and a chance to be grossly opinionated. When you take the mic, your hot take doesn't necessarily reflect the beliefs of all of Raider Nation or of this show. There might be cussing, arguing, and fans appearing on camera that aren't camera ready. Everyone is welcome to take the mic and join the madness.
If there's anything we've ever done that I'm particularly proud of, I would have to say that the perpetuation of the greatness of the Raiders, to take a professional football team and give it a distinct characteristic that's different from all others.
I think this journey is the most special because there's not a lot of people that have the opportunity playing in high school and college and then pro and then being injured and starting coaching as a young coach.
Can portray me any way they want because I don't give a damn. I am what I am, and until those people touch me close enough, they'll never know what I am. If they want to see me in this interview or in a newspaper article and say, what's the matter with this guy? Let them say it. But don't you analyze me and don't you tell me what I am until you get close enough to understand what I am. Then you can make an analysis of me. But don't you dare do it until that.
Clicked in my mind that if you just run through somebody's face, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to take that over and 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 over. Run through a motherfucker face.
The mental side of the game is taking me to the next level, and it's true confidence. It's feeding your brain elite of elite. And that's, I always talk about 1% and more is required. And I always say these things, but it's what I live. I see it everywhere I go because you have to constantly train your mind for greatness.
What's good, Raider Nation? After that disappointing loss against the team that has only won 2 games, this is how some of us are feeling today. Mother Moon is apparently just MIA altogether. She don't even bother to put a paper bag on her head. But it was a rough start for the Raiders. 2 teams with 2 wins and a rookie quarterback starting for the first time, and the Raiders end up losing. It was a bit of a disgrace. All right. I don't know if we're that embarrassed. It was just a funny.
I had a bag malfunction.
There's a lot going on yesterday, of course. There's been a lot of action. Remember, if you haven't already, light that torch, hit that like button, subscribe, and join to become a member. Apparently, April's going to stay in the bag the entire show, which is all good. Don't suffocate yourself in there because that doesn't look like paper. That looks like plastic. So be careful when you're there. The drinking game alert, of course, tonight is, if you're playing along with us, the drinking game alert is... You're flipping fired. Of course, allude to Geno Smith flipping off the Raider Nation on his way out. I'm surprised if he's still in Vegas, if somebody hasn't found him, because like I said, you try that ish in Oakland and you might not be lasting long. Listen, it's not a threat. I'm just saying. I am just saying. So I want to say what's up to the cast tonight. Thank you all for joining us. We got Omar in the building, of course. We got Arthur and April, who's joining the cast as well. And Mother Moon, the ghost of Mother Moon is back.
Right?
Hey, I said I would come back once they win, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, you know what? I think firing Chip Kelly was a win. So we're going to count that as the win. And that's why you are back. What's up to the chat? We appreciate all of you being here. We're going to get to you in a minute. And remember, this is the show where you don't want to hear from us. We want to hear from you. So use the link to join us if you want to join. If you want to join the chat as well. There it is right there on the screen. Now let's go over a little of the highlights that went down today. Raiders fire coach Chip Kelly just 11 games after becoming the highest paid offensive coordinator in the NFL with $6 million deal. Add him to the long list of coaches the Raiders are still paying. But let's start there. We're going to start there. There's a lot to unpack here. Let's start there. I think everyone on the show is happy about the fact fact that Chip Kelly is no longer with the Raiders. Was it a surprise to you guys, though? Arthur, what was your thought on this?
Oh, I absolutely wasn't surprised. I'm actually surprised that he didn't get fired after the Dallas game. I expected it right after
Flipping
Monday Night
fired?
Football. Oh, yeah. I mean, seriously. I mean, like I said, I was at that Dallas game, and I walked out of there wholeheartedly expecting to get back to my hotel room and find out that Chip was fired. So I thought it was one game too long, and it needed to happen. There's too many weapons on that offense for it to be that stagnant.
All right, fair enough. And we've got some pleading in the chat here. Raider Paul 8363. What's good? Geno and Pete canceled also. Is it time to cancel them as well? We've talked about the revolving door of the Raider Nation, the coaching staff, and the players, and how we're against it. But at this point, maybe we just wipe the slate clean anyway. And I'm sure a lot of you could relate to that. What's good? Good to see you in here. Evening, everyone. Evening to you as well. Anyone else? Thoughts on Chip Kelly's firing?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Way
I
overdue.
mean,
Oh yeah.
this
Way overdue.
this team.
And I mean,
It's bad. It's
I mean,
bad.
I'm happy.
I mean, we brought in. You bring in a
It is-
74-year-old Pete Carroll. You brought him in to win now. You didn't
Yeah.
fire your rookie head coach if you're thinking about building and bring in a 74-year-old
100%.
seasoned veteran. You bring in a 35-year-old seasoned veteran quarterback. These are not ingredients for a rebuild. These are ingredients for a win now. So if you're not winning now, what are you going to do? I mean, yeah, I think they all have to go. I do. And hey,
Do you know what I find interesting? Let me interject, Omar, because I find this very interesting. You know who was spared? Brennan Carroll,
Of course.
the offensive line coach.
Yeah.
He seemed to be spared. The nepotism is real because
Nate.
Pete Carroll's son is
and
still
Nate, they all need to go.
employed.
And Nate.
April, what do you and what?
And Nate.
The other son that's on there.
Oh, thank you for that.
And
April,
Nate.
tell me how you feel about that. Two gone, two out, and I don't think it's a coincidence who stayed and who got packed in the boxes. Actually drove by the facility earlier just to see people walking out with boxes in their hand. I should have got footage of that.
Yeah, it's always hard when you have your son, but you know what? This is a business, and he ain't handling business. And Pete, they just need to get him gone. I've never seen it this bad in the organization. I mean, I have, but not. It's been a while. It's just as bad. And then you're gonna go and you're gonna promote Greg Olson. Oh my God! Like a quarterback coach who clearly has an issue because the quarterback sucks. So I don't know. I don't know what their thought process is on this.
Arthur, you're shaking your head. You want to respond to that?
I mean, I talked to Omar about it last night. I was hoping it was going to be Joe Philbin. I mean, I thought he's the only person on this staff that could actually maybe competently call an offense. I was afraid it was going to be Nate Carroll. I honestly thought that the nepotism was really going to be real and it was going to be Nate Carroll. But I'm not a big fan of Greg Olson. This is the third time he's been our OC. He wasn't great.
Has he been successful any of the other two times? I don't think so.
If he was successful any other two times, he would have kept the position. So they kept downgrading him after the fact anyway. So we can all agree on that. We are going to move on here just a little bit. Geno Smith seemingly runs off the field and flips off the Raider Nation, the fans at Allegiant Stadium. Now, we saw him start the season flipping off the opposing team, and he never backed it up. So now he wants to flip off Raider Nation. Mother Moon, what do you make of this? Do you think this is professional? Do you think he deserves that because he's frustrated? And would he have tried that in Oakland?
Well, I don't think he would have definitely. Well, let me say, if he would have tried in Oakland, there would have been more than flipping off back to him. You know, probably would have been
nachos, beer,
but I don't. It's not professional. You just take it. You suck. We're going to say what we have to say, whether we flip you off. So many people flip off in the stadium as fans. What are they going to do? Fine everyone? But I think he's a little cocky. I mean, when he goes back to the bench, he sits there all, cry face or whatever the case is.
That's why he gets paid the big money. Shit.
And definitely not a fan favorite by now.
Can't be cocky for winning 2 games. And speaking of not a fan favorite, I don't see many number 7 jerseys up in that building. You know what I'm saying? And he can't be cocky because the Raiders gave him a second life. They gave him a second chance. This guy was done. He should still be done. So I don't know where this cockiness comes from. We have a lot to get into, but we do have somebody that we want to bring into the show that we have backstage that I'm sure is going to shed a lot of light on the situation. And last week we had Ashton Genty. Apparently this week we have Chip Kelly. So welcome to the show. How are you?
Chip Kelly's back.
Hey guys, I just want you to know this is the real Chip Kelly, and this is totally not the accelerator. So, you guys believe me, right?
I do. I do believe you.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Hey, by the way, really quickly before we move along, after we get done chatting with you, put your YouTube link in the comments because I actually tried to find you and I was unsuccessful. But I digress. Go ahead. Tell us about how you feel about both topics at hand right now. First, the Chip Kelly firing, and then the Geno Smith flipping fired here.
Well, as far as the Chip Kelly firing, best decision we could have possibly made. And not just because of his offensive play calling, but the stuff we talked about a few weeks ago with him liking to have real tight control over his players and like making them wear sleep monitors and then, punishing them when they don't get enough sleep and all that sort of stuff. We don't need that stuff in Raider Nation. So even if he had been a good coordinator, I would have wanted to get rid of him. But he was a bad coordinator. And like I said, this is the best possible decision. I would have rather, I know some people want to get rid of Pete Carroll too, but if I have to choose between firing Chip and firing Pete, I'm firing Chip. Pete at least knows how to coach up some defense. You know what I mean? So it was a great decision by the Raiders after a really bad game. It gave me something to kind of smile about. You know what I'm saying?
Really bad.
But didn't you all feel like didn't a little bit of a smile come over all your all's faces when you heard Chip Kelly was fired? Didn't it make the day a little bit better?
I think that's a universal yes.
Yeah. I immediately put in the chat. So
yes.
So it certainly made my night better. You know what I'm saying? But what was the other thing?
Oh, how do you feel about the Geno Smith running off the field, seemingly flipping off the Raider Nation? Do you think it was warranted, or do you think it was unprofessional?
Well, I got a little different take on this. That's just not very popular because I'm used to having to be in situations where I have to stick up for myself. At least I was in the past. So I don't mind Geno sticking up for himself. He didn't flip off the entire Raider Nation. He flipped off whatever couple of fans were talking smack to him at the time. It wasn't a big bird to the whole stadium. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong. I don't like Geno. I want him fired. I want him gone, all that. But he's still human. He still has the right to stick up for himself. So if people are going to flip him off, he's got every right to flip him off back. You know what I'm saying? Let Geno and those particular fans handle that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at that.
Okay, that's fair enough. And listen, you're entitled to your own opinion. I actually think a little differently. I think there's some level of professionalism. I'm a business owner. So my client has an issue with me. There's a better way to handle it than flipping them off, even if they flipped me off, So that's just my opinion. But like I said, we're entitled to our own, and we appreciate your thoughts.
And I also want to say on
to
that.
me, it's like hearing a disgruntled customer. If my disgruntled customer is upset and they are irate, I'm not going to get irate back. I'm going to give them that Sullivan nod because guess what? Even though I don't think they're, I think they're a little bit, maybe a little hostile, I understand that they are dissatisfied with whatever, in this case, his performance. And that's how I see it. I see it as that, you know what, Geno, you are giving us a product on the field and we are hella dissatisfied with this product. And the way we show our dissatisfaction is booing, fuck you, screw you,
Absolutely.
You don't need to be a Raider. And guess what? I'm just going to smile and give him that Sullivan nod and keep on walking. That's it. You know what I mean? Because the only thing I can do is play better. I know it. No one, in my mind, no one could be yelling at me louder than me in my head. Yeah. No one could talk to me worse than the voice that's in my head kicking my butt if I was laying eggs out there on a regular basis. So that's kind of, that's how I see it. I see it that Geno has no humility at all. I don't think he can handle the position. He's showing me that he is not professional at all, the way he goes about his business. So, I mean, that's how I see that. Defending yourself,
right,
if I walk up on Geno and I jump in his face, now then he can defend himself. But on that platform, there's no defense.
All right, Mother Moon, we're going to let you comment.
What I want to say, there is no defense because he signed a contract to be professional. Yes. That's his defense. You're right, Omar. He should have, chin up. Hey, you guys, say it to himself, but he's going to, flip him off. But I think he owes it to the fans, and he owes it to himself to be more professional. And it's written in his contract. 100%. So
it gives, and it's also what does it say about the Raider organization? Again, we're going to get that low ball. Okay, well, they've got this trashy quarterback who did it the first time in Seattle and now wants to do it again to a fan. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not on board with that. Suck it up, Buttercup. Get better. You suck. You need to go.
I'm not on board.
Go back into the.
I'll say this in my mind. He's been.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I'm not on board with. I'm not on Geno's side about whatever took place between him and those couple of fans. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, for me, I don't care that much about this. That's between Geno and those 2 or 3 fans, and I just don't. To me, let them handle their business with each other. That's what I'm saying.
I'll say this in my mind. I feel like he's been flipping off Raider fans for at least the last month in his press conferences. So
That's seriously,
true. The whole blame me.
He has had enough of Raider Nation.
Down. You know what I mean? So, and it's unprofessional. I agree, Domar. He has no accountability for anything he does. He hasn't any accountability in the press conferences. He's been flipping us off in those press conferences anyways. And now he's not going to take accountability for this. So I think it's completely unprofessional. And like I said, I honestly think that he should at the very least be fined, if not be suspended.
Wow, interesting. And I think so as well. The Raiders, I think, did issue an apology on his behalf, which I don't think. Yeah. I think it should have come straight for him. They should have required him to do it. But okay, let's go ahead and move forward. And let's look at this game. Right, it was an abysmal performance by the Raiders. 24-10, obviously, was the outcome. We had Shedeur Sanders starting, first start for this rookie quarterback, and we were hoping that Geno would perform better. But on the other side, Geno ends up with 10 sacks. Okay, we're not going to say this is all his fault, right? This isn't as, and we know the O-line's terrible, and we can go on in that as well. But if you look at what's happening here in the quarterback, I'm just going to blame him. You know what? I'm not going to blame the O-line, actually, because what did he say? Blame it on him. So guess what? It is your fault that you got those 10 sacks. Then you got to man up and say, you want to blame it on you? Then we blame it on you. I'm not going to blame the O-line. You got 10 sacks. You suck. You couldn't move. And rookie Shedeur Sanders on his first start in your house came up and showed up. What do you guys think of this performance? Arthur?
I don't blame the O-line at all. Not all of it, because there were a couple times Geno went in the fetus position and just tucked him on. He sacked his own self. I'm like, what is happening out there? I don't blame anybody. His numbers were, he had like 284. I'll give him this. He didn't have any interceptions this game. That's it. That was it. But other than that, I think
hold on. How are you going to get an interception? How are you going to throw an interception? We don't even throw the ball. He was, like you said, in the fetal position the entire time. 10 sacks. You're not really throwing the ball a lot.
It really was.
Well, I'll say this.
Now we're just picking on him.
Some of those sacks are on him. I mean, he held on to the ball a long time.
That's what I'm saying. There's a couple of them that was on him.
That's what I'm saying.
There was
3 or 4 that he's holding on to the ball way too long. He's got to get rid of the ball. He's got to move the pocket. You know what I mean? And he's taking a step here or there, but he's got to actually get outside of the pocket so he can throw it away. And he wasn't doing that. So, I mean, are all 10 sacks on him? Absolutely not. I mean, the O-line is what it is.
We're blaming him because he told us to.
Well, 100%. Right. But, I mean, keeping it real,
really
like I said,
I want to read this comment by Raider Travis here. He says, and Raider Travis, thank you for being a longtime supporter and member of this channel. We appreciate you. He says, anyone can look good playing against the Raiders team. We can make a Pop Warner quarterback look Super Bowl champions. Let's see what Sanders does against the Whiners next week. And this is something our friend Scotty had said all along. Yep. He's always he's been on the show saying every week we make has-beens and newbies looking like they're Super Bowl champions. And that's pretty much what happened yesterday. Omar, you want to respond to this comment by Raider Travis?
I mean, this season, it's been so hit and miss with us. I mean, it's That, and I'm just speaking just on the defense. I mean, our defense. I mean, how many sacks did Max get yesterday? Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So it was.
Was it one?
Right? I mean, we saw a few pressures. I mean, I'm just gonna say this.
Who's got the only sack?
Sanders did what he came to do. You know what I mean? He didn't make a lot of mistakes. I think he made one mistake, and then he did make some plays, and that's what he was supposed to do. And guess what? He won the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Browns won the game. I wish I could say that for Geno. That, hey, Geno did what he was supposed to do. You know what I mean? Now, neither one of these guys carried a team on their backs, and not many quarterbacks nowadays are even doing that. You know what I mean? But, I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from Sanders at all. I'm not going to take anything away because he could have made it a lot worse. You know what I mean? I mean, if you look at that pass to Judy, that could have been another touchdown. I don't know what.
Got
I
some
think
eye
Judy
rolling
got
going on.
paid. I think Judy got paid for that stupid shit he did because Sanders rolled out and made that throw on the run. And I'm like, hey, and given, I'm not some big Sanders fan. You guys haven't heard me rapping and raving. I would have drafted him. I said that in the 4th round. I still look at Tonka and say, hey, that could have been Sanders right there. You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm not going to hate on the kid.
Arthur,
You know what I
see
mean?
some eye rolling going on. Would you like to respond to those comments?
I mean, I didn't see anything out of Shedeur that overly impressed me. I mean, yeah, you're right. He didn't make mistakes. I mean, let's face it, the Browns defense won that game for him. He had a nice long pass. The pass to Judy was a pretty good one. The one to Sampson was just poor tackling on the defense. I mean, let's face it, it's the touchdown pass he threw was terrible tackling, and it should have never went that far. He was 11 of 20. I mean, I don't know. He threw a pick. I wasn't.
He did better than a lot of rookies in their first
basically.
game.
He was basically mediocre. He was mediocre.
He did enough to not lose. I don't think he did anything to help them win.
Right.
He just did enough to not lose.
Well, he didn't.
The
Yeah.
defense held us, and like I said, our defense being on the field as long as they were, there was some poor tackling on that Sampson touchdown run, and that was a wrap. So I'm not overly impressed. But like I said, I'm not a Shedeur hater, and I'm not a Shedeur love. I just thought it was, I mean, Travis probably said it best. We helped him make him look a little bit better than what he was, but I wasn't like blown away. Like, oh my God!
I agree with all that totally. We make the other quarterbacks look better than they are. But I do want to say, I was listening to the announcers. I don't know if everybody was over there. You were partying, you couldn't hear them, but they were saying that every time Sanders left the field, he would go speak to at least 2 or 3 other guys, go over some routes, go over some plays, and he was getting mentored. He was getting taught on the sideline, where our guy just went over there and sat and all pissed off and wasn't reaching out for help or anything like that. So it takes a team, and I just don't think our team's really on board with our quarterback.
No,
he did.
Breaking news, Raider Nation. We are hosting an event on December 6th. It's the day before the Broncos game. It's going to be from 12 to 3 o'clock right here where I'm broadcasting live today at the Parkway on Volunteer. It's going to be a cool event. We want all of Raider Nation to come out, watch our live show, meet and greet, be here with us. We're going to have appearance. Well, first of all, it's going to be co-hosted by me and Mother Moon and our friend 805 Raider. We're going to be hosting our friend. We're going to have appearances by some fans. We're going to put the promo out tonight, so look out for that. And we're going to have our buddy Parking Lot Jack, have him in the parking lot because he's Parking Lot Jack with his cars, of course. And we have some special giveaways for just all you have to show up to win these prizes. You don't have to enter. You don't have to pay. It's not a raffle. You just show up and you can win these prizes. Our friends over at Barrels and Vine, Eddie and Mike, they are the owners. It's very nearby to the M Resort. They're going to be giving out bottles of Woodson whiskey and tickets to the game. And then we have our friends at M Life Transportation who are going to be giving out a ride to the game and tickets as well, maybe amongst other things. And we have our friend at Gifted Soul who's going to be giving away a fresh pair of Raiders themes Air Force Ones. So all great giveaways by our sponsors here. We look forward to having all of them We look forward to having all of you join us on that day. So make sure to come through. Everything is free. We just want you to come support. So that's our breaking news, everybody. We appreciate all of you. We appreciate all of your support. And we hope you can make it through. All right. What? Oh, I lost Omar. My bad, Omar. Okay, he's back.
Wow, that's great breaking news. I can't wait.
I
You
know.
guys want to hear something funny?
It's going to be fun. Tell me.
Okay, so you figured out who Raider Jeff is, right?
I didn't hear you.
You figured out, you know who Raider Jeff is by now, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I texted him and I said, I gave him a couple little funny over-unders. I said, Jeff, the fans booed 10 times today. Take the over or under on that, right? And then I go, we get into at least, 7 third and 15 plus situations, right? Are you taking the over or under on that? Took the over on both. Well, the fans booed by my count, and I didn't even watch most of the fourth quarter, but they booed, by my count, a total of 15 separate times. So that's crazy. If you would have taken the over, me and Jeff could have won some money together or something. But we just came up with funny little things because this team sucks so bad that you just got to come up with funny little things to take the over and under on. So, but they were in like 8 or 9 third and 15 plus situations as well.
I think their average third down in the first half was like 3rd and 14.
Do you think there's ever been so much booing in a single game? Outside of Philadelphia, we don't count Philadelphia, but
I'm hoping for more.
Yeah.
They were booing for a while after just about every play. Did you guys hear that? Like, I had my phone at half volume and I could still hear it clear.
Yeah, we can hear it.
Yeah. Lots to boo about.
So you guys want to take an over under on this for next week? How many times the fans boo and so on and so forth?
Speaking of fans,
I don't know about next week, but you mean maybe for home games? But go ahead, Omar.
I was just saying, speaking of fans, they were more than booing. They were fighting out there, man. And I just want to say,
why you didn't show that man's titties like that?
If you got man boobs, don't fight. Just or wear an undershirt, wear a body glove shirt or something.
I'm jealous.
You lose your overshirt. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. Just stick to booing. He was a Brown fan, but I saw the video. He was with 2 Raider fans, so they came to his rescue so he could get himself together, and they went after the other Raider fan. But man, it's just bad.
Omar, you wrong. You wrong for showing that man's titties on. You couldn't even blur him out.
I know.
Lee Raider was sitting like in the next set of rows from there.
Casey's on there.
You guys know who Lee Raider is?
Yep.
Yeah, he was sitting like in the next set of rows next to these people, so he saw that whole fight. Him and Baker.
You mean Al Kukui?
Al Kukui and Baker, yeah.
Yeah. Fighting is bad, man, especially when you're old and you got boobs. When you got I'm up there. I'm 53. If y'all see me fighting, something has gone extremely wrong. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, guys, I got
talk about this man boobs. I'm going back to the paper bag.
Out, bro. I mean, I'm more afraid of my man boobs coming out than getting my ass kicked. Kick my ass.
Boy.
Oh man, I got into so many fights as a young, but now I realize a punch hurts. So I don't really want to go down that road. Plus, it'd probably take me like a week to get over the black eye if somebody popped me. Well, like in the past, it's taken a couple days.
I mean, more people will break out the cameras than ever break it up or help you. They're just gonna roll that shit like, oh, boobs out. I mean, that's it. I mean, seriously.
And then you're gonna wind up on his YouTube show,
right? And then you're gonna make it on a damn YouTube show.
Somebody's podcast.
I cannot. All right, Chip Kelly, totally not accelerator. Anything else you want to say before we let you go here, or did you already bounce?
No, I just want to I'm really glad about the firing of Chip Kelly. I think it's the best move they've made all season, really. The single best move they've made. And hopefully we play the younger guys for the rest of the season, like we were talking about last week. And hopefully the new OC does that. And we can see what they're made of. And we're going into next season.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Don't forget to drop your link in the chat, please. We appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Appreciate you, boss man.
All right, let's go over some of the implications of this game here, because I mean, this is debatable, right? We've heard people say that this game didn't matter anyway because each team only won 2 games. I disagree with that. I think every game matters.
Every game
And you
matters.
especially don't want to be the shitty 2-win team that loses against the other shitty 2-win team. Okay.
100%.
This is my thought.
I love the bad.
I 100% agree.
100%.
So the implications here for the Raiders, the loss deepens concerns within the confidence of some of our talent and the incompetence, we'll say, of some of the coaching staff here. The offense is poor and the play calling is poor. We talked about that a little bit. Obviously, there's no playoff implications. And we don't even see any moving forward. It's hard to say that we can see this as a playoff contending team moving forward. I think it puts the doubt in the fans' mind. It might even they might not admit it, but I think it also could put doubt in the players' minds as well.
Sure.
So what do you guys think? We'll take one at a time, but the implications of this game. Some play doesn't matter. Maybe some even want them to tank. They're not even trying to tank. They just can't win. But what do you got? How do you think, Mother Moon, we'll start with you. Implications, like, did this game matter?
I think every game matters, no matter what. You should always put your best foot forward, make it happen, even if you lose. Like you say, do your best. But I think every game matters. You're getting paid the big bucks. You're getting out there to entertain us. It's your job. So every game matters.
I agree. And I'll go on furthermore to say, even if you're not getting paid, and I know you didn't mean it this way, but even if you're not getting paid the big bucks, even if you were working as a volunteer, you put it all out on that field. Yeah. This game matters. And I'm not saying they don't think it, the players, I'm not saying they didn't think that. There was a lot of chatter within the fan base. April, what do you think? Did this game matter?
Yeah, every game matters, especially now. But I don't know. I think we're just. I don't even know where to start. I really don't, because we don't even have wide receivers. We're using tight ends as wideouts. We're using Ginty as like wide. It's driving me nuts. It's driving me to drink is what it's doing. I can't. I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't see. Well, here's the thing. Like, I'm not understanding. Like, thank you. I'm not understanding why AOC. I didn't even look, Arthur, because I know you said that he wasn't activated. I just knew he was activated last week, and I thought, okay, they're going to put him back on the roster. They're just going to activate him as the backup.
Yeah, that's true, because I thought he was activated and he was stressed out.
So I'm not understanding. And in the beginning of the season, we had Tom Brady in everybody's ear, and he was this big part. Well, where is he? Where'd he go? I mean, I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do moving forward. I know against the Chargers, they're going to start. Yes. They're going to start Geno. I'm sorry. They're going to do it. Pete Carroll has this weird love affair with him, and it is disgusting. And it's like, we're playing the Chargers. Come on. We have to win this game. This is a must-win game.
This is not a win. Listen, I hate to say this, but this is a must-win game. But they are not even going to come close to winning. They are going to go there and get a smackdown. And the only thing the Raider fans are going to have to say is, well, LA is our house, and we still have more fans than you. Big fucking woo. Pardon my language. That to me is not a victory. That's a given.
LA is South Oakland.
Hey, I'm not mad at that, and I agree.
Yeah, well,
but that's not a victory in itself. Okay, that's not a victory in itself. Arthur, I'll go to you.
This was the game. This was a game we should have really won against the Browns. We really should have won.
Of course, we should have.
And now we have who we facing. We've got Kansas. Yeah, we have all these. We have the Giants, but that's a toss-up too.
Games. So zero winnable games, I think, at this point. I'm even taking the Giants off the table. Yep. The Giants are scrappy. They're dogs. They're in it to win it. They've come close a lot of times. They've won games that maybe people said they shouldn't have won. I'm not even thinking that's a winnable game. But Arthur, what do you think about this last game? Did it matter?
Absolutely, man. Like I said, absolutely. I've never been Team Tank. I wasn't Team Tank last year. I'm not Team Tank this year. You play to win the game. I mean, Herm Edwards told us that years ago, and that's the thing. I mean, especially at home. I mean, it's one thing to go on the road and, in the Eastern time zone, we know we don't, usually travel well back East, but to be at home in front of your home fans to lay an egg like that, and this was the only game I had circled that I thought was even close to winnable. And then once I knew they were starting a rookie quarterback in Shedeur, I thought that there was no reason that we shouldn't have won that game. It's just embarrassing. Like my tagline says, it's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing to go out there and play that way and in front of your home fans and just, I mean, essentially not show up. They just didn't show up on either side of the ball and in all aspects. Once again, Carlson missed another field goal.
What's going on with that?
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. Like I said, it just I never expected it to us to look that bad against that Browns team.
Exactly. Omar?
I'm just gonna put this up, man. It's terrible, and I'm putting this up because I think we're worse off than I think this game showed us.
It up. I don't know if everyone had a chance to read it.
We're worse off than we were last year.
Yes.
The battle of the bad let us know that we're worse than bad.
Yes.
I mean that was the implication of that game. We all thought that, hey, we got two more games on paper that are winnable, the Browns and the Giants.
I never said the Giants.
And we knew the Giants had some fight. We got a rookie quarterback, and the Browns ain't had a rookie quarterback first start win. And 18 quarterbacks, 18 rookies.
Years.
I don't even know how long it's been.
Oh, yeah. I saw the list today.
30 years.
Yeah.
1995.
And I mean, it was just like I say. I mean, Pete Carroll was
all right. Omar,
us to win now.
I'm gonna give you this moment to rant. I'm gonna give you this moment to rant because the chat said it right here. Take the stage, my friend.
Oh my God! I mean, AP number one. I'll start at the beginning. I hated the fact that we let AP go. I looked at AP and I saw the Raiders looking like Detroit. Campbell had 4 wins, I think, his first season. I'm thinking we can build. What in my mind, okay, he didn't get his. We knew AP's plan. He wanted to keep his running back. He wanted to get old boy that went to Washington. He didn't get it. All right, fine, whatever. Let's roll with what we got. And we saw fight out of that team. And guess what? You know what? We fired AP. Okay, all right. You had no faith that he could build it.
Uh-oh.
Didn't like it. I disagree. I don't think AP was trash, but hey, everybody has their opinion. So we go get a veteran. We got a veteran coach who has a record of winning. I'm thinking, all right, he goes and get his quarterback. He gets his running back. And we worse than what we were last year? I'm like,
I think we're going to end up worse. Yes, I do.
It's not. We are. I mean, I think we fired
numbers wise. We are worse. Yes, I mean, I'm saying record wise.
And I think we've fired now 3 coaches. Last year, I think at this point we only had fired 1 coach. I mean, so we're worse off than we were last year already. I mean, unless these guys went out now all of a sudden, you know what I mean? I don't see that happening, but we're worse off. And like I say, we're worse off with a coach that, and I'm not trying to age discriminate, but this is not the coach you build with. This is the coach that you win now with.
Well, and
that's my rant. That's my rant, and that's why I'm like, fire them all. Because if you're not going to win now with the guy who's only going to be here for maybe another season or so, I mean, at the rate we're going, he's not going to do much. He's going to finally get us to the playoff in year 3?
Well, honestly, I think, going back to it, the other reason why Chip Kelly got fired is because I feel like the plan all along, and we talked about this in the offseason a little bit last when Pete was hired, is that Pete was supposed to get this going. He was supposed to get us going in the right direction. And then a Chip Kelly was going to be the guy who steps in and took over as head coach down the road. And obviously, him being fired shows that was never going to work. I mean, obviously we weren't going in the right direction. The play calling sucked and him. So the only reason you hire a 74-year-old coach is to have somebody waiting in the wings to take over. And that person waiting in the wings was supposed to be Chip.
Yeah.
Well, that leads me to this question. I think we can all answer this. We'll do a little round table. He says, who's getting the axe next? I think this is an interesting question because I think we can say who we think should. I think firings aren't over, but I think this is hard to speculate because I think they're just going to look for scapegoats. I don't necessarily think they're going to fire who deserves to be fired. So I think this is a little bit of an interesting question. April, real quick, who do you think should be getting the axe next?
Oh
Or anyone,
man.
if
Well, I
someone thinks of
think
somebody top of mind. I
definitely.
mean,
Well, it should definitely it should definitely be anything in the offensive coordinators.
the
Brennan,
entire room.
Nate,
Yeah.
they gotta go. They gotta go. Something's gotta happen. I mean, Patrick Graham is doing all right. But he's wishy-washy too sometimes. He's not consistent. He wasn't consistent this last game. But I just think that I think the whole team in general is just, it looks like they don't want to play. That's really what it boils down to. That's the way I feel. I watch it and I'm like, God, this is bad. This is bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
All right. Who else thinks? Who's getting the axe next? And we're kind of coach based here, but what about even if there are any players? Omar, go ahead.
I think Pete Carroll should. I mean, you got to think who brought in Chip Kelly? Pete.
Right.
Who brought in Geno?
You got a rookie GM who, remember, they had that press conference because everybody thought Pete Carroll was going to run the show, and Pete was like, no, him and Spytek was going to draft together. Okay, and you know, we've talked about this before. Are your draft picks that bad that you won't even play them?
Apparently,
especially on the offensive line. Let's just talk about those two picks. Are they that bad? I mean, this line is terrible. So Pete, you're missing that much. You're missing with your coaching picks. You're missing with your insight on the draft picks that you wanted to fit whatever system you thought was going to work. I gotta say, man, I think Pete has to go too. I mean, like I say, unless they're going to try to reload this thing for one last go next season, I mean, which wouldn't surprise me, but I think Pete has to go. I think at the end of the season, Pete has to go.
Well, I agree with that, Omar. At the end of the season,
okay.
Yeah, at the end of the season, I think you may have to go, but the next up would be Brennan, and the next up after that, Nate. Get rid of them. Get rid of all of them by the end of the season.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Mother Moon. I just think that what's going on in that building is Pete Carroll, his sons, and who Pete Carroll brought into this should go, but I think they're protected. Someone could, and I say that because I think, Omar, you said Pete was responsible. I don't know the answer to this. Pete was responsible for bringing Chip Kelly here. Someone in the comments had just said Brady was responsible for bringing Kelly here. So I actually don't know which one is the truth. I haven't heard that.
Carroll.
Yeah.
He's not going to override. If Carroll didn't want Chip Kelly, we wouldn't have got Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
So I do not believe that at all.
I'll say this. I mean, for me, everybody but Rob Leonard, and depending on how much Pete Carroll is stifling Patrick Graham may even need to go. But if it's a lot of stuff is because Pete, being the defensive-minded coach that he is stifling him a little bit, I would only keep Rob Leonard and Patrick Graham at this point. Everybody else.
Wash
their hands of all of them. And like I said, and maybe if PG's really running the show, then he might have to go too, and we may have to start fresh there. But like I said, Rob Leonard's, he's very respected on that D line as a D line coach, and I don't want to cut ties with him yet because we see that might be our only bright spot on this entire team is the D line. But I agree, the entire offensive staff has to go. Most of the defensive staff has to go. I've been the proponent of continuity, not firing people year after year. That's been the hill that I've been trying to die on since I've been on this podcast, been on this show. But at this point, this staff is just I said this at the beginning of the year. I don't think they would have
too. I agree. I was like, we can't keep firing people. We have to keep them, right? We have to make them work together. Not me make them work together, but you know what I'm saying? They need to learn how to work together. It's not cohesive. The team is just not gelling.
Right.
And it starts from the top.
Yep.
I agree with you, Arthur. I've been on that same hill dialing with you, but I think the same thing. I don't know. I'm trying to think. You got to start over a little bit. And here's the thing, right? They're sitting at what, 2-9?
Yep.
2-9. So that's only 11 weeks. We still have The math is at 6, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot of football left. That's a lot of football. That's a lot of what I see disappointing losses coming. There's a lot of problems that can happen with that. And I just don't see it getting any better from here. Now let's talk about the uphill battle, right? With that said, just real quick, we'll just do a real quick roundtable. Are there any more winnable games? I say no. I used to think the Giants. I say no. Omar?
If any, the Giants, and we could get lucky on one.
Okay.
We
Arthur?
could. We may get lucky.
No, I've always said the Giants wasn't a winnable game.
Was or wasn't?
Was not. I never had that. As a win. I had it at the beginning of the season, but as the season's progressed and I've watched, what a dumpster fire we've been and how, like you said, how scrappy the Giants are.
So still no more winnable games. Raider Travis, listen, you're always optimistic. He says we're still going 8-9. That'll put us in the hunt.
Love it.
April, any more winnable games?
I would like to say beat somebody in the AFC West. I don't care. I don't think we have any more winnable games, but we could get that fluke. It just depends. It just honestly, it depends on who they're starting as quarterback. It depends on what's happening. We about to go 2 and fuck. We're not going to win. But I would like to say we may. Raiders be pulling stuff out of their asses sometimes. So I don't know. I'd like to see us beat Chargers this week, but we know that's not happening.
That's not. Mother Moon, any more winnable games?
I'm going to say no. Although, like April said, a fluke, maybe. But I'm going to say no because now that they're so far behind and being anywhere in the stats, Max, we love him, but all the guys, they can't break their bodies trying to work the team and make everyone play hard. So I'm going to say no, even though I'm going to say no.
No, I don't think there's any more winnable games. And furthermore, if the Raiders were to play the Patriots today, next week, the Raiders would get their ass kicked. The Raiders were lucky. They faced the Patriots in week 1 before the Patriots figured it out. And I bet the Patriots want that game back more than ever. What do they have? 2 losses? Is it 2 losses, right?
2 losses.
The Patriots have 2 losses, one of them to the Raiders. They want that game back so badly. And if the Raiders were to play them in any other week, that would have been a loss as well.
Preach.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we all say no.
What
but
she
we have
said.
a difference of opinion in the chat here. We're going to win the last game when KC rests their starters. Look, now we need KC to rest their starters. And we play their third stringers and win a
You know they're going to win the game. Nobody wants them to win.
Thing to do. I actually don't think KC's going to rest their starters because they're in the play. Listen, they're not doing too well either. They're fighting to be in the hunt. They're going to need that. They're not going to have the luxury this year to rest their players. Other than that, I would say you're correct. But Accelerator says, optimistically here, we're going to win out and score a record 60 points in the Super Bowl. Mark his words. Let's go. Raider Travis,
he's smoking that strong
Raider Travis
stuff.
hacked Accelerator's account. I'm certain of that. Alpha and Omega forever. Looks like tailgating is going to be popping for the remainder of the season, especially in Houston. Nobody cares about the games any longer. That's right. Hey, don't even get your ticket. Just go pop it off.
I'll be in Houston.
Omar, we never lost at the tailgate.
Okay. Ever.
Never lost in the parking lot.
Never lost in the parking lot, Omar. We never lost there. We were undefeated.
April said she's gonna hold it down. She's gonna hold it down in Houston. No canceling that trip,
man.
huh?
I'm woo. Well, yeah, you know what? I was going to cancel my trip, but then somebody reminded me it's going to be really fun and popping. So I'm like, oh, all right, I guess I'm going.
Listen, we've been suffering Raiders losses for years. The only reason we go now is to see a cool, hang out in a cool city, hang out with Raider Nation, and pop off in a tailgate. That's all we got, unfortunately. But any last words here before we wrap up? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first because I'm short and sweet. I'll be there next game. I'll just be there, like we always say, they lose, they hurt us, they break us, but see you next week.
Yeah, real quick, Mother Moon, sorry. I've been talking too much, apparently. My throat give out on me, but we'll see you next game. If you're going to be in the next home game, she means. If you're going to be in the building for the December 7th game, make sure to come out and visit us on December 6th before at Parkway. And if you're going to be in Allegiant Stadium, come visit us at the Torch. We're going to be up there. We have some fun stuff planned. We're going to be doing some live content. We've got people. We got camera crews following us around. We're going to pop it off over there. We want all of you to be part of that as well. It's going to be kind of like a live Monday Night Madness, if you will. Come through, get your picture taken, be on camera, tell us what you think. So we hope to see you out there. Any last thoughts from the other three?
Man, I just want to win. I
That
just want
sums it
to see
up.
something.
M&M.
I just want to see. I just want to see something change. Like really, like it's really embarrassing. You know, I go into work and people come and say, "Oh, how did the Raiders do?" And I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm not serving you no drinks, y'all motherfuckers." Like it's really embarrassing. It's people who don't even watch football are like, "How'd the Raiders do?" And I'm like, "That's how we did." So
Yeah.
I want to see something change. I really do. I want to see some adjustments. I think they should bench Geno for the remainder of the
Yes.
season. I don't even care if Kenny Pickett's in, but I don't want to see. I don't want to see his face on my screen again. I don't. I'm done with that guy. I've been done with that guy before they even signed him. He's showing us Geno the Jet.
Honestly, I just want to get to, I don't think I've seen it really this season, but I want to get to that point that we've heard all offseason about everybody competing for their jobs. That no one's above the shield. The whole Pete Carroll mentality of compete. That's what I want to see. I want to see people competing. I mean, obviously, we're not going to the playoffs. I mean, I love Accelerator, and we're going to score 60 points in the Super Bowl. That would be great. 2027, let's break the record for the Super Bowl points. But right now, I want to see every single person that's on that roster. I don't care who you are. You need to go out there and you need to compete for your job.
I like that.
Fair enough. Honestly, I like it too. And I don't think this is going to happen, but I think to everyone's point here, it's time for Geno to get benched. I didn't understand why they signed him in the first place. I certainly don't understand why they extended his contract before even stepping foot in the stadium. That to me was a little mind-blowing. But we
said that from the get-go.
I was shocked when I saw that come across the ESPN. Mother Moon and I were sitting at Tommy Rocker's at the bar. I saw that come across the TV screen, and I was like, what in the actual is happening here? Yep, Raider Travis goes on to say, unfortunately, Geno is not competing. And remember, if you haven't already, light that torch, hit that like button, subscribe, and you can also become a member. We appreciate you all for watching. Thank you for being here. And we'll see you next week on Monday Night Madness, unless anyone else has anything to say.
I just want to say, if we could win a game like Pete chooses gum, we'd be on fire.
Oh my gosh, I can't even watch that.
A mile a minute, doesn't miss a beat. He is on track. That's all I got to say. So let's play like he's chewing gum.
All right, Raider Nation. Well, thank you for joining us. We hope to see you out here on December 6th at Parkway Tavern. We appreciate all of you. And Raider Nation, we go out one way and only one way.
One way.
Raiders!